everybody, how are you doing today? Today I am going to eat something almost like a junk food, but not really. What I have here, let me show you. What I have here is a falafel sandwich that I just put together myself. Got these falafels, these are vegan, from a bakery, and I just put some tomatoes and lettuce, I don't know if you can see. What else? Hot sauce, hummus, that kind of stuff. And over here what I have is a meatless hot dog with some mustard, sriracha, hot sauce. This is what the falafel actually looks like. And they gave me some pickles along with it. And oh yeah, this is organic cola. I absolutely love this company. It's called Blue Sky, and it's organic. The sign, remember I told you about this sign? This sign makes me happy. It says on it, natural flavors, no preservatives, no caffeine, very low sodium, no high fructose corn syrup. And the ingredients are filtered carbonated water, organic cane sugar, natural cola nut flavor, caramel color, and tartaric acid from grapes. So I don't drink these a whole lot because I still don't like the sugar. I don't like the sugar in my drinks. But some days when I'm doing something like that, I think it's alright to drink something sugary. I think it goes well with the food. Okay, I'm going to grab a bite. And these buns, I got them made at my local bakery. I'm actually in a hurry today. I have to go pick up my daughter. So I may not be able to talk much, which is probably a good thing, because in my previous video I just went overboard. These buns have poppy seeds on them. I actually ordered sesame seeds. I don't know, they gave me poppy seeds on it. So I'm sorry if you see them stuck all over my mouth or teeth. These are the hot dogs. And I like all the ingredients in it except for carrageenan. I didn't hear good things about it, so that's the only ingredient that I'm not too crazy about. But then I think I'm eating a hot dog of any kind, vegan or not. I'm eating a hot dog after at least 3 or 4 years. I'm actually not a hot dog person. In fact, I don't like any kind of meat. But it's almost like when you can't have it, you want it. And after I switched to vegan, my boyfriend was one day eating this. He got some hot dogs on sale and they looked good, so he got them. And I just all of a sudden had the urge to eat hot dogs. Just ketchup and mustard. Super messy. I have to say I was pretty amazed by this meatless hot dog because it tastes just like the real thing. It smells like a real beef hot dog and it has the same texture, and there's really no difference. other than the fact that it is far healthier for me than a regular hot dog. Last bite. It's a mess, but I'm going to shove it in my mouth. Mm. 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 Ah, oh. Mm. 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 That was a really big bite. This cola, it tastes just like the real thing. This is so satisfying if you're a vegan and, like, you know, stuck with pastas and salads, and this is so amazing. Heading on for falafel, forgot to even announce it. Check this beauty out. Let's see. Oh. I do not have a mouth big enough for this big of a bun. This is what the falafel looks like on the inside. It's good. I miss the Kuwait falafel so much. The Kuwait falafel look nothing like this, you know. They have a green filling inside of some kind of green beans or something. Some days I really crave for the falafel sandwich from Kuwait. Maybe I should have wrapped this, you know. so the filling doesn't fall out. But like I said, I'm in a hurry. I have to go pick up my daughter. I had a really long day today. Today is a Thursday. I don't know when I'll be posting this video, but today is a Thursday. And usually on Thursdays if I don't have any other appointments, I go to my DV support group. DV stands for Domestic Violence. So, Domestic Violence Support Group. Should have got a napkin, but I'm a mess today. Anyways, I'm sure you're wondering, why do I go to Domestic Violence Support Group? And no, I'm not going through any domestic violence right now, but I was married for 5 years. Today when I think about it, that marriage was the biggest mistake of my life. Biggest one. But it didn't break me because I'm still here making these videos. So I think if it didn't break me, it only made me stronger. There were times when I used to go to this support group and I was a mess. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how I got here. I left my house, my husband. I lived at a domestic violence shelter. I didn't have a job. I didn't have a bank account. I didn't know how to drive. Therefore, I didn't have a driver's license. And I didn't have a legal permanent status to live in USA. And here I was, trying to gather all my broken pieces, put them together and make a life out of it, at least of whatever remained. And at that time I thought, how can I possibly come out of this a happy, successful, satisfied person? How can I come out of this as a parent that my daughter would look up to? I used to go to counseling as well, and so did my daughter. But for some reason, I didn't see the end to this tunnel that I was living in. It's a piece of ice. But you know, many people don't leave an abusive relationship because they're afraid what will happen if they're left. What about their house? What about the money? Where did the money come from? What about their car or kids or possessions? I used to have a blog. I stopped posting on it anymore, but through that blog a lot of people came to know about my past story of the domestic violence that I've been through in my marriage. Oh, the sriracha is getting to me. And I used to get these emails. I still do. From these ladies that knew or know that they are in a bad relationship, that they are stuck in a vicious circle of abuse that is not going to end any time they want it to. And that's what they would ask me, like, they would be worried. I would tell these ladies, I still do, and even ladies in my support group, the first step where you decide you have to do something about this and you won't let somebody abuse you anymore, when you take that first step of stepping outside your house, that is the most hardest step you will take in fighting this entire fight of living an abuse-free life. And there are so many people out there that just feel lonely. They feel like nobody's going to believe me that my husband of so long, so many years is abusing me. Nobody's going to support me. Funny thing is, if you are that person, you're not the only one. There are several other people just like you in the same position you are, wondering the exact same thing. You just have to muster up that courage and take that first step where you decide to get your life back in your hands. You are going to go through a period of grief. I did. You're going to feel bad about what you did. You're going to feel sad. I felt terrible for my husband. Months after I left him. But when you get the right kind of help, like I did, I went to a domestic violence shelter. They provide you with the right kind of counselors, the right people that you need at a time like that. It's very important to find right people. If you have a family that doesn't support you, it's not going to do you no good getting away from your husband and stepping into your family's house, because they're going to eventually push you back with your husband. They're going to make you feel you did something wrong. I'm sure when you are thinking about leaving your spouse, you have tried everything in your power already to make this work. And after all you have tried, if it is not working, then it's not you. And change is needed. Things have to change in order for you to feel good, because this position where you are in right now, if it is abusive, it is not going to change on its own. You have to take that initiative and say, enough is enough, I'm done with this. It might take you years to get back to feeling normal, because there are certain stages of grief as well as healing that come into play for you to feel your own person again. Because when you go through abuse, it pretty much takes away from who you are, who you used to be, who you want to be. It takes away from all of that, and you just become this lost person. Anyways, my food is all gone. I'm just sitting here yapping away while I have to go pick up my daughter. So I know this is kind of a very heavy topic sort of, but yeah, if you are someone who is watching this video who's going through something, or abusive, or know someone that is in an abusive relationship and needs to get out of there, comment down below. If you cannot say something, just leave me a purple heart in the comment, or maybe just a heart if you can't leave a purple heart from the emojis. But yeah, if you're going through that, you have my complete support. I understand where you're coming from, and I want you to know that it does get better once you start the healing process. And the healing process begins when you decide to put a stop to all the abuse that's happening in your life, by getting away from it, doing something about it. But definitely be cautious, be safe, and best of luck to you. Bye for now. Bye bye. Bye bye.